Chris Freeman to kick off. And Cade Harris is the Air Force returner. They don't return many kicks at all. They'll usually take the ball at the 25.
Keep track of Skylar Bell. How are they going to try to cover him? He's number 1, top of the screen.
With Edwards, the running back, Fignano to Bell. You called it, Randy. And Bell on the run gets all the way to the 20-yard line. So 20 yards on the first connection.
And just establish that is the way you're going to do it. I don't know.
Edwards spins inside the 15, marked down at the 14. Fignano pistol, hands, Edwards tiptoes to the 10, and that gives him the first down. They give the sweep to Terrence Smith, who stood up. So not much on the outside sweep to their utility player, the redshirt freshman from Aiken, South Carolina. The go-to guy in the red zone for UConn has been Juice Vereen. The tight end is out in this game, so Fignano runs to the left side, tries to turn the corner.
Close.
Reaches the ball. It's close. They'll give him the score.
Moving on the field is a touchdown.
Tuck over the top of the pylon right there. See the pylon start wobbling? He took the ball and he actually touched it with it. Watch. Right there.
Number 50 for UConn is now wearing 43.
And yes, boys and girls, Troy Calhoun and Air Force didn't always just run the ball.
They flip it here to Frew on the outside. Cade Frew races past the 30 and gets towards the 33 for a pickup of 8.
For a little extra spending money. His dad almost named him Truck, but his mother and English teacher stepped in and cooler heads prevailed.
Truck would have been a really fun football name for sure. Thanks, Richard. And Zarko's been getting the A+ for his dual threat efforts since he was inserted as the starter. Hands to Allen, who has been a bully.
No surprise, Air Force running the ball and doing it with the fullback inside. The Diesel, the offensive line.
First down flip. Through again, inside the 40. Diamande makes back-to-back tackles. Second and short, Allen again, and first down yardage. The exact same points scored as points allowed, 297. That's 33 a game. Allen again, tunnels through, physicality. Methodical drive for an offense that has been more big play reliant this season than most. Allen on second and short. On 2nd and 8, rollout, Zarka to the air, Fleischman, the tight end, stays in and is hot tied down just outside the 5.
You got to make that tackle, and they managed to do that.
And goal, power run, Carson is in. All clean on the Air Force operation, and yes, bully ball in East Hartford. Dylan Carson on the board as Air Force has the lead. Undefeated home season since the Rentschler Field in 2003. Return here for Jackson Harper. Check it, that's Chris Parker on this return, and he gains 29, so a good one. Murphy in motion, Fignano looks that way, reestablishes his feet, it's tipped, it's intercepted. His first pick this season, his first interception since the regular season finale.
100% what we credited him to not do, and that's put the ball in danger. Goes left, putting that thing up where basically he has nobody. There is nobody in that area except a defensive back for Air Force.
Frew in motion, gets the pitch. Frew stood up, but reestablishes the legs inside the 40. They come at you bit by bit, and before you know it, it's well over 100. Zarka tripped up. It tackles and sacks. Bell in motion, second down run. Edwards has a hole, accelerates to the 41. So after the injury, second down, 9 to go. Allen, physicality once more, who gets to the 14. after they get off the field. Allowed 93 rushing yards in that first quarter. This is a 3rd down and 3. Needing to get to the 17. That should be enough for the first. It is.
Yep. And this is your nightmare, is they get the ball and they won't give it back.
Zarka rips. Harris snags at the 44.
Of why this Air Force offense, and usually these academy offenses are some of the most effective passing teams in the country and have the highest averages per completions, because they get guys wide open. The difference is, can the
after a pickup of a couple, Owen Allen again on 8 different offensive linemen. Allen right side runs into Cam Chadwick. 3rd and shorts. Full back dive, Carson, and a first down.
Troy Calhoun loves coaching fullbacks.
One of the rare head coaches that also coaches a position. Allen takes a turn. Parham on the stop. On 3rd and 2. Pitch to Frew. Has the angle and his ankle tackled down. He picks up the first. Handoff dive. Allen. So it's Allen who gives you 4 on that run. Allen's the fullback here. This is the quarterback run. Counter outside. Zarka dives inside the 10. Give Air Force a fresh set of downs. Frew in motion. Dive again. Allen. You do the math. You get 3 more. Pivotal play. 4th and goal on a marathon drive. Under center. Zarka rolls. He stopped. And UConn's defense, Malachi McLean, gets off the field after 18 plays.
Nice job from the inside out. You're going to pursue on a quarterback, it's got to be the inside out, and in that case.
When Army takes on Navy, the Army-Navy game presented by USAA. Tune in Saturday, December 13th on CBS. Fakes the pitch. Hodges runs, shows off the wheels, gets to the 36. Same attitude, running the football. Trick here, Harris on the reverse, wrapped up in the backfield, back at the 45. Aaron Key was the one to corral him for a loss of 9.
You see motion, that means reverse, coming around, and Key's in the perfect spot.
American Conference has some teams with some excellent seasons. Both of those teams, Navy and USF, 2 of them. Well, can Fignano get going? 6 straight incompletions. Throws the screen to Bell. And Skylar Bell dances along the sideline. The 24-year-old hasn't had the chance to work. Rosa in a tailback, gets the carry, has the first down along the outside into plus territory.
Samus, their offensive coordinator's got the plays in. It's something they've done in practice.
Rosa screen, 3 blockers in front. The Connecticut product, Victor Rosa to the 30.
The reason the quarterback rolled that quick was he had that wide open.
Rosa again. So he's been featured in the 2-minute drill drive. Of course, the passing down's back. Fletcher on the tackle, a minute to go.
And that's a touchdown you don't have.
That's a devastating penalty. Fignano to the air. Rosa handles 30-yard line, and 4 members of the Falcons find him. 48 yards. Chris Freeman, right side. Kick is good.
And forcing a punt by UConn. It sets up this chance, this field goal. You've got a lead. And just for the whole theme of the first half, would you have thought the game would be 9-7 UConn at the half? The
Not
way
at all.
Air Force was running the ball.
No, instead they trick it. They reverse it to Frew along the near side, and he gets to the 36. So you assume the kneel down when they're at Rutgers or at Tampa.
They'd attack.
Allen. And that might do it. Cade Harris, Ruin Fleischman, and Quinn Smith are the primary targets when Air Force does go to the air. Draw, Hodges makes one miss, dances around, and thrown down inside of 7 seconds And I think it's safe to say that will be the final play of the first half.
Most terms, that's called a cast.
A really heavy, thick cast. Cam Edwards on the first play of the second half for UConn stays in bounds into plus territory.
Here, and Edwards was dancing on the sideline. Did he step out right on here? Outside linebacker, and you get him inside or outside the body for a hold.
They don't tend to miss much. Bell, they like to get the ball in his hands close to the line of scrimmage. And Fignano, one of the most productive quarterbacks in college football, haven't had the ball too much, haven't had the opportunity to put up numbers. They go on the ground for Edwards. It's a 3rd and 7. Fignano all day, lasers over the middle, caught by Porter along the outside, and Porter gets to the 10.
Double coverage going up the field on the left-hand side with Skylar Bell dragging back across the middle with Porter. You got the defense off. You got that hole underneath. Great execution by Fignano.
3 receivers on a 2nd and 8. Handoff, Edwards accelerates in. Touchdown UConn. Cam Edwards caps off the drive in style. A fitting score.
Finished off the first half. They got the points they needed to get the lead. They start the second half with the ball. They knew it. They get the drive down. They get the points they want. The line's got to block because they're not going to pass.
Fullback dive works. Carson. A big gain on the ground on 2nd to move the chains. Saw from Air Force here in the first half.
Right there on cue. Left guard Falk, center Cooley. Great. We know they can keep it.
They keep it with Carson. Gets to that Husky logo right around midfield. There is nothing about how this game has gone that would lead you to think UConn should be up by 2 scores. But that's the reality.
All that means is you're going to get more fullback.
Air Force likes to call that position the superback. Super runner, Owen Allen. The first guy never finishes the tackle. So despite a backup quarterback, same offense. Kemper Hodges keeps that foot on the ground with the hand to help Bowie, and that gives him the first.
And these backs have lots of patience.
Allen steps through. Owen Allen, just a beast. On CBS Sports Network, 36-yard attempt. Reagan Tubbs. That one is good. Tubbs kicks off here. Rosa returns. And then hands. They reverse it to one of the up men, and he goes to the outside. Down the sidelines goes Malachi Greaves, who's one of the reserve running backs for UConn. So they go into their bag of trick plays on special teams.
Jim Mora and his special teams group calling this play quick little handoff. Not exactly smooth and seamless, but it's just seamless enough to get around the corner.
Who got a little run last week. Coach is trusting him a bit more and more with elements of the game plan as the season goes on late. Skylar Bell along the outside. He's in motion. Hands. Edwards. Left side run. He needed a 45, and he's just a beat short. So the vision is kind of the number one quality of the back who you mentioned, blind in one eye. Interesting story is Edwards picks up the first down on 3rd. He and Rosa are the top 2 backs for UConn. Fignano to Bell with space. Bell scoots outside, uses a stiff arm.
Move the ball down the field.
They agree. Hanson leading the way. Edwards nearly stripped, held on to the football, and a big pile up all the way to the 35. Catch their breath with the time of possession in this game. They've been on the field a lot. Screen Bell once more. Tunnels middle of the field. Watch the outside. Bumped ahead. Just shy of the 30. Saw them in a thriller win against Duke. This give to Oliver Lundberg Coleman. Right side. First carry of the game. 20th of the season for the redshirt freshman. Fignano hasn't had to throw much, does here, finds Porter, and he is bumped hard by the sideline. 27-yard attempt. High snap. Handled well by Stutz, and the kick is good. And their ground game attack. Allen on first. Over 120 yards in this game for Owen Allen and UConn. And on this third down run, it was a bump in the backfield. That's a big list
You just
for
saw
a guy who's here still in college as Edwards maneuvers around the initial surge. Sent Honig in motion, another screen. Bell retreats outside and has the first down. But he still has 7 grabs. Edwards, hold, Edwards first down, Edwards more, and Cam Edwards in the plus territory.
And right now, Jim Moore in this offense is all about Cam Edwards. That offensive line getting the blocking, and Edwards running like he has no intention of going down anytime soon.
31 more. They give Edwards a break. Greaves in motion. They go opposite. What a catch, one hand. Bell, might as well ring it inside the 30-yard line.
Tyler Bell. That's why you come into the game leading the country in not only catches, but also yards and touchdowns and everything else, it seems.
His touchdown streak of 7 straight games with a touchdown is at stake. Running the route here, Vignano looking his way, doesn't pull the trigger. Instead, it's a check down to Edwards, who scampers to the sideline. And receiving touchdowns. Edwards scampers, has the first down, leading the way. Why not Edwards? Tunnels through to the 4.
Get it down to 2 or 3 every time.
On the 10th play of the drive, Edwards, who's a Yankees fan, hits the home run. That could seal it. Has put his imprint in then some against Air Force.
In a game that started with us emphasizing the diesel, the O-line of Air Force, Cam Edwards and this UConn offense have imposed their will.
Passing reps, he has more of those, but Hodges is getting his in here and completes this one. Jonah Dawson to the 41. Yes. In his day.
He's very familiar with a guy named Calhoun.
Different kind of Calhoun. Bump fake, Hodges elects to run, makes one miss, and the best run of the game for Kemper Hodges. Randy, UConn player down. Donovan Branch, who's still on the field.
Nice job by Hodges.
And he'll keep it. Evades the ankle tackle, maneuvers outside. Zarka, or make that a Hodges stiff arm, looking like Zarka.
Now this is 100% on Hodges. This is ad lib.
Again, 16-point deficit, 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions. Outside route.
Keep it inside, keep that clock moving.
They get the run inside. Carson.
Then you got to still get the ball back from UConn.
Hodges examines, rifles, Smith catches. He's a couple yards shy of the end zone. This will be 1st and goal.
Around zone coverage, well placed.
And then they cap it off with a Carson touchdown run. So that's big to get it before the 2-minute timeout.
Good job up front by that offensive line. Good lead block.
Spin and a pirouette, sidearm whip, but dropped. And the deficit stays at 10. 2nd down. Edwards knifes through. It'll be 3rd down, manageable for UConn. This is 3rd. And Edwards fights through. So Vignano, who's hasn't had to be the do-it-all guy at quarterback like he's been most of the season. Instead, Cam Edwards has been the star this afternoon. A team that had 3 wins or fewer from 2016 to 2021 is now about to pick up their 8th win of the season.
you see Skylar Bell back there as a deep safety in that victory formation?
He did some
jump
kind of
about
flip.
5 feet off the ground.
Do a flip with it as well. 6-0 at home.